In this section, I'm going to talk to you a little about how we communicate with our customers. And I'm sure, why don't you all take a minute and put that down on a piece of paper? You'll probably say, we have a nice letter, we have a nice brochure, we have a fabulous website, our customer service agents are very well trained and they talk fabulously, smart young men, beautiful girls, all that. But wait a minute, think of your own experiences. Think of the times when, I'm going to talk to you a little about a subject which is personally one of my favorites, but we all tend to ignore, and that's called non-verbal communication. The non-verbal communication starts and ends from the time that the person walks into your shop or your organization till the time the person leaves. Supposing you're a bank, for example, and he walks into your bank and he's waiting to be serviced. Actually, your communication with the customer started even before any of you have touched. He'll look around. He'll see the comfort levels. He'll see whether the sofa is, where he can sit. Is there a waiting area for him? Is there somewhere that he can drink a glass of water? And again, these things are specific to companies, so they could change. But all of us believe that the non-verbal communication is irrelevant. We believe that if we say it, it matters. That's all that matters. Research has proved that communication is actually 20% verbal and 80%, yes, 80% is non-verbal. The tone of the voice, the use of the hands and the eyes, the emphasis that you put, the volume the decibel level of your voice, all this is non-verbal communication. Then when the man walks into your organization, is there a fan on? Is there a place where the person can sit down? These are all communications. You're telling the customer something. And what you're telling the customer is, I care for you or I don't care for you. Care is again a very dangerous subject to start because we can go on and on. So I'm not going to go into that. But please understand, eye contact. I repeatedly believe that 80% of what someone is saying is not in the voice, it's in the eyes. And you have to believe that, because how often have we said, look at me and talk? And when we say look at me and talk, we are wanting to know whether the person is actually meaning what he's saying or she's saying. So please do not underestimate non-verbal. Just because you have a fabulous message to give through a brochure or through a letter, or as I said, you have the most incredible website, or you have a fabulous product, and I'm sure you do, and you need to have that, because the core to any business is that you're selling something or you're providing something which has value to the customer. But whether he comes back to you or not, whether you get repeat business, that is going to be decided by your communication. And the communication is, in fact, forget about the written communication because you will do well. Forget about the website for a minute because you will do a good website. Think about the non-verbal communication. Think of the times when you have said something to somebody, and that includes at home with your family. And I keep coming back because when we talk about customer service being a science or an art, or can you teach, we'll talk about that. But you can't be a good customer service person at one location and in one particular situation if inherently you're not a good customer service in another situation. So some people are people friendly. They like to deal with people. I do personally. There are some people who prefer the machine because the machine doesn't react, it doesn't emote back. But neither of the two people are either good or bad customer service by that virtue. They are good or bad because there is an inherent recognition that customer service is extremely important to what you're doing in any phase of your life and any sphere of your life.